Hello everyone, so welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a new video, a new sort of well, not sort of, a new Blu-ray hunting video. It's Monday morning. It's about 8:45, heading into Bromley, where we've got HMV and CEX. Nothing more than that, unfortunately, just those two places. I mean, there's probably some charity shops, but I'm not doing that. I want to be quick. I don't sort of mill around. Just in and out. I know what I want. I go get it, come back. Yeah, so we shall go HMV. A lot out today. You know, off the top of my head, you've got Elf on 4K, Christmas Vacation 4K, Polar Express 4K's out. There's a Creed Steelbook 1 and 2 together, Steelbook, War of the Worlds 4K, the original version, and then Doctor Who Blu-ray of the Jodie Whittaker finale, and the Steelbook with the 3 specials in. Yeah, so we'll go and have a look. We'll see what else is about. I am expecting it to be an expensive day, so I've prepared for that. I've got the money. I get paid again at the end of the week, so that was good. Tops that back up again. So let's go and see what's on my list. Now, some of this stuff I did have on pre-order, but I cancelled in favour of knowing that I would be off today and actually picking them up in hand in store. Yeah, which I don't often do really, so it's nice to, you know, to actually do that and hand over money or use my card for it, as opposed to always relying to post Amazon and whatnot, you know. But yeah, we'll go and have a look. The weather's bad. It's raining again. I've not got the right footwear on for that. Yeah, it's yesterday. Bucketed it down. It was chucking it down, wasn't it? But there we go. So what else have I been up to? While I'm driving, I might as well talk. So last night, Walking Dead I watched the latest episode. Next week is the finale, the very last episode of The Walking Dead. I'm very curious as to see how this one will play out, because I've got a sneaky suspicion that even though they've announced there being a Daryl show and a Daryl and Carol, but that seems to have gone just down to Daryl now, that talk, with no Carol. But I surmised a few months back, quite a while back actually, I've done a video on it, that you're going to see the death of some of these characters, just because of how the comic played out. In the comic, you know, you didn't know the comic was ending when it was ending. It just abruptly ended. Not that it was cancelled. They actually ended it, and they continued, but they continued sort of advertising new comics. So as you was leading up to what was the final issue, you was believing there's more comics to come. And then in that final issue, just before the final issue, Rick gets killed, and the comic ends. Sort of shortly after his death, but there's one more issue afterwards, and I think that the TV show is going to do similar, in that it will give you, it's told you that there's going to be these spin-offs with certain characters, but that's just sort of a sort of ploy, shall we say, in that you will see the death of them. So as a viewer, you're thinking these characters are safe, so then you're even in more shock when they've actually been killed. So we'll see how that plays out. I think that would have been a brave way to do it. I'll be disappointed if they don't do that and people like Carol, Daryl, Negan and Maggie survive. You know, out of the 2 spin-offs they've announced, the Daryl one, I don't think Daryl, you know, he's really strong enough to carry The Walking Dead, I'll be honest. He's not a very strong actor. I forget his name now, but certainly the most appealing of the 2 ideas is the Maggie and Negan spin-off, and there are scenes that suggest that could be happening in the stuff between their 2 characters. Obviously you've got to remember that Negan killed Maggie's Glenn, Maggie's other half, and the father of her child. So it'd be an interesting dynamic having these two opposing forces, shall we say, working together. But we'll see on that. I'm just babbling away, you know that. It's just because I'm driving, and there we go. But anyway, so I'm nearly at Bromley, so yeah, I'll see you there in a second, and we'll see what's out and what I can pick up. See you soon. Okay, so here we are, arrived in Bromley, just parked up. It's just gone 9 o'clock, HMV will be open. Let's get in there and see what's out. Busy week, busy week. I suppose sometime very soon we'll get to see all the Christmas decorations up through here. Let me just divert to show you something. And I have shown it before, but I'm going to show it again. So here we have a Lego H.G. Wells' time machine. Full size, you could sit in it, it's a chair. Well, I say full size, probably not as big as what it is in the film. I haven't seen the film for a long time. But yeah, magnificent, although it looks like a bit's fallen off. HMV. Okay, so here we are at the new release section in HMV, but it looks pretty bare there, with the exception of Doctor Who. Where are all these new titles? Am I too early? Yeah, so there's the Doctor Who, $14.99 for Jodie Whittaker's finale. No steelbook there though. Yeah, that's interesting. But then we walk over here and here's a 4K plinth at the end. Okay, War of the Worlds there. That's not the collector's edition version, but we do have the Christmas films. But no Polar Express. Why is that? So I'm asking at the till at this point. They've gone looking for stuff, and I'm just having a quick look at these Star Wars figures. The Emperor there, Tusken Raider, Stormtrooper, Darth. There's that robot from Anbor. Little Yoda plush. All right, $6.99. I was expecting that to be a stupid price. So I'm over here at the superhero section now, but I don't know, I'm just sort of mincing around while some people are looking for me for this stuff that I want. This is their sale section, looking pretty bare to be honest. Blu-ray wise it is, £10 for Morbius there. There's not much in here. Don't know why I get up early and rush to these shops really. Horrors. Yeah, I mean, this is in the window of Entertainer. There's a micro scale electric 007 No Time to Die set. 70 quid. So into CEX. Let's see what they've got in here. Obviously starting at the A's or whatever. Arrow there. One of the seasons of Arrow. Alien in there, Spectre. American Pie. Attack on Titan. £3 for the first film. And £10 for the second. Yeah, live action film. I didn't know they'd done one. I'm aware of the animated series. Ash vs Evil Dead there. Look, £45 there for that set. That's expensive. Oh, don't you hate having a bag hanging off of your arm? So yes, I did pick up some stuff in HMV. That bag tells you. I should have the bag on the right arm where I'm recording. It wouldn't get in the way then. Batman the Killing Joke. Bohemian Rhapsody down there. Beauty and the Beast. Some Back to the Futures. Collateral. £4. Charlie's Angels, £3 for the 2 film set. It's not a bad price. Well, it's a good price really, £1.50 each a film. If you like them films. Dracula, a Dracula film. Defiance there, Dilemma, Legends of Tomorrow, Date Night, Die Hard, Evil Dead there, that's the trilogy box. Elvira was there, Mistress of the Dark. I didn't see that when I was in there. Again, it's like you notice more things when you're doing the voiceover after than when you're actually in there filming, because your concentration is on filming. £25 for seasons 1 to 6 of Game of Thrones box set there. That's a good price actually. I haven't got all the Game of Thrones. I don't know if I'd ever watch them again. That's the problem. I probably will complete them when they're really... Well, I've picked up some really cheap, but when I see them as and when for tuppence and then get them like that. But will I ever rewatch Game of Thrones? I've never even started on that new Game of Thrones series. I just don't appeal to me. Doesn't look interesting. Lord of the Rings there. Even the new Lord of the Rings series, I ain't watching that. Lenticular here on Limitless for £1. The TV series was really good. If you haven't seen the TV series, check it out. Mrs. Doubtfire, £8. It's always quite an expensive one, that. Nightmare on Elm Street, Morbius there. Man of Steel, £1. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. That's always in here, isn't it? Whenever I come in. It's a great film, though. Predator. Rocky's there. That Ring collection is still here. Super, 2 copies of Super there. Super's a good film as well. And a steelbook for Red Sun, Superman Red Sun, £10. And £30 for this box of horrors. It's Doctor Sleep was in there, plus other stuff. Starman. I've not got Starman. I haven't seen that in decades. I can't even remember it. John Carpenter film. There we go. I'm just sort of really scanning quick now, aren't I? Fed Up, Unstoppable. Zulu down there, Waterworld. Okay, so that's Bromley done. I'm on my way home now. Well, no, actually, tell a lie, I'm not. Got to pop around my father's, take him shopping, do my bit for him today. Then I'll be home and take a look at what I picked up. A few bits. Busy week, very busy week. Quite a lot of money spent, really. Although, you know, I've worked it all out. It's not an issue. There we go. So, in the CEX, I couldn't record behind the counter, but they had a wealth of steelbooks in there, a lot. Some of them quite expensive ones as well. Things like Daredevil steelbook, Army of Darkness steelbook. That did interest me. And a wealth of others. There was a lot of stuff behind there. HMV didn't have the War of the Worlds. They had they didn't have the special edition version, 4K version with the art cards and all that. So I'm just exiting the car park. Yeah, they didn't have that in there. It's a shame to not see that, but there we go. They only had one Doctor Who on the shelf, steelbook. Some of the new releases, like the Christmas new releases, were down in the 4K section. They saw them on that little end plinth, but not in that main bit as you come in through the front door. Walking through the front door, you'd be given to believe there weren't much out this week, but obviously there is. But anyway, so enough of that. Let's get home and let's take a look. So I'm back from that little trip out into Bromley. Spent quite a bit of money. There we go. So I've got 5 titles here. Okay, I'm back from that little excursion into Bromley to their CEX to their HMV, and expensive day. I picked up 5 items. Yes, 3 in HMV, 2 in CEX. So let's take a look. So what shall I do first? I'll go to CEX ones first. Anyway, so I picked up, it was a blind buy, completely blind. I picked up part 1 for £3. Part 2 was a bit more expensive. Attack on Titan. Yeah, the live action Attack on Titan. The second one was actually £10, so £13 for the 2. Yes, now Attack on Titan, and that's based on I know it's an animated series. Well, these are films based on animated series. I only know them because of my son, who would watch the animated. Now, I never watched the animated one, but I saw these, and I quite like foreign language films. You know, they're done pretty well. And while I was in CEX, I actually pulled up the trailer, and I watched the trailer for this, or for the first one at least, and thought, you know what, it looks interesting, interesting enough for me to give it a go. So I picked up the 2 of them in there. Yeah, Attack on Titan 1, Attack on Titan 2, End of the World. So there's those. Now, HMV, obviously. Now, the first 2 I picked up, 2 new releases today. Christmas 4Ks. I was considering not getting them. I did cancel my pre-order, but I've picked them up nonetheless. Elf in 4K and Christmas Vacation in 4K. These are 2 of my favourite Christmas films. I watch them every year, probably a couple of times every year at Christmas. I love them. This one I grew up with. I remember renting it on VHS over and over again. This one, I remember my trip to the cinema to see it. And I can justify getting these on 4K because the amount that they're watched, because I do watch them every year, whereas other films on 4K I might pick up, might watch them every few years or something like that. Sometimes even in some cases 4 or 5 years may pass. But these I know are a mainstay, and these are watched every year. So, you know, you got a slip on it. The artwork's the same as on the back of the slip there. Let's have a look inside, see what the discs look like on these. I'll open them up. I'm looking forward to seeing what these look like on 4K, especially Christmas Vacation. So I've just got a blue and red disc for Elf there. But yeah, I couldn't. These are Christmas staples. Out of the 2, if I was only going to pick one out of the 2 to get, it would have been Christmas Vacation. It's the older film, probably the film that looks better with an upgrade. Take that out. There's the back. And again, same. It's a green and a red. More Christmas festive colours there. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? I like this. I do like the artwork here, sort of family portrait, kind of nice Christmas family portrait. There's a cat there that gets burnt under the chair. Juliette Lewis. Yeah, what can I say? What can I say about them? And then the next one I picked up, and it seemed like they only had one of these in store. And that was the Series 13 specials of Doctor Who, the Jodie Whittaker specials. And I'll do an opening of this steelbook so we can have a closer look at it. It contains the final 3 specials of hers. Eye of the Daleks, Legend of the Sea Devils, and The Power of the Doctor. 192 minutes approximately. Yeah, to go with my other steelbooks of Doctor Who. So there we go. Those were the items that I picked up. Yes, a lot out today. A lot out. You know, when you look at the release calendar of stuff. But there we go, that's it, that's me done. Let me know what you've picked up today, if you've picked up anything at all. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care all, and goodbye.